welcome in everybody. Welcome back to Champions League. We have an interesting match here today as we have a free agent showdown match between Mike Swagger. Welcome in, homie. Dude, I know you played earlier. I didn't get to stop by. How was your game earlier? How's your game? Hopefully you had fun. So I was a 4-2 result. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Champions League. Today we have a free agent showdown. As if you're new around here, 6 free agents, best of 5 or best of 7, they get to decide on that. And they go at it in order to try to prove themselves to captains and to the watchful eyes of the league that they should be on a team for next season. I get it, Swagger. Sometimes free agent showdowns are like that. Unfortunately, it can be a bit hard to balance them. Sometimes that one was relatively balanced, but that's what a Champions League match would feel like, especially at your rank, where you'd be paired with 2 higher ranked guys. Like that was like those were 2 Champions League level teams for next season. So, hey, every free agent showdown you play in, everything's going to get a bit more familiar and a bit more familiar. And you'll start to see that it feels a lot better when playing in it. And you'll start to adjust to the pace of play. Obviously, first match did. Hey, it's not always easy. We literally had someone go 0-4 in free agent showdowns before getting their first win. Make sure to go to one of the locked VCs so that you guys do not have people joining you mid-game.
Yeah, we just hopped in here because...
Okay, fair enough. I had to talk to the players for a second, but yeah. Mike Swagger, hopefully you had fun. Well, you said you had a blast. I'm glad you had fun. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been checking around Champions League, just a reminder of our playoff brackets, as SG Esports were able to swat away Galactic and their Surge and be able to take a 3-1 series. And they proved that, hey, they didn't have a great series against Tier 1, but they bounced back, and they are here to play. So SG will be going against the 4 seed Lone Star Velocity, and ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we will have one of our grand finalists decided. Tier 1 versus Most Hated, 11 p.m. tomorrow night. Going to be an interesting one to see what is going to happen with that series. But today, that's not the focus. The focus is on these free agents as they look to battle it out here in a best of 5 or best of 7. The free agents are about to put in their voting numbers on what they want to play. We are quickly putting that out to the players and they will be preparing for this match. But going to be an interesting one to watch as immediately the votes fly in. They want to go 7 matches, it looks like. Just give me a few moments as I am finishing setting this up. Need to let the players know. Tempo. Tempo. So when we load in, you guys wait to join your teams until I say go. I want you to just take a few seconds to check your ping. If the ping's not good,
Okay.
let me know. We'll rehost it. Just a reiteration on the rehost rules. You got the first 30 seconds without a goal being scored to call for a rehost. Anyone can call for it, and we'll do it. If a goal is scored or 30 seconds have passed, you got to play out the match. We'll rehost it in the next game. Remind me for a rehost between each game. You guys get the 1 minute. If you guys need an extra minute, that's okay. Just call for a quick pause, but it's not meant to be a timeout. It's not like, hey, we're talking about our strategy. It's like, hey, someone has spilled water or something. But yeah, if you guys need a rehost, just let me know. Any one of you guys, let me know ASAP. Pause rules, same as always. It has to be a full DC. If someone fully DCs, call for a pause, and we'll get it reset up. A DC is not Zas was lagging for 3 seconds. Okay, we all good on that?
Okay, is that reference the last time?
Yes.
It looks like that, but he genuinely disconnected
we had a few times where people had no clue that they could call for a pause. And they're like, that's not fair, they lagged out. And I was like, why didn't you call for it? Okay, and I got notified the other team. Good luck to you gentlemen.
That is a terrible. I'm so sorry.
Free agents, real fast before the game. Once we get in, we're gonna have a EU guy checking his ping. We may have to do a rehost. If someone DCs, it should be a full DC. Not I was lagging for 5 seconds. If someone DCs, call for a pause immediately. Don't wait to call for a pause. If you need a rehost, gotta let me know in the first 30 seconds before a goal is scored. Otherwise, we wait till the end of the game to do a rehost. Okay?
Sir, yes, sir.
Good to me.
And if you guys need an extra minute between matches, that's totally fine. But that extra minute is not a timeout. It's not talk over strategy. It's Funky just unplugged his monitor, for example. Now that we're all clear on that, good luck, guys.
Sir, yes, sir.
Have fun. Always have to clear it with people. We've had a few times where people were not paying attention. Hold on. Buzza, you good with the best of 7?
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, all good. It'll be 7. Oh my god, missed. Come on, man. We were doing so good. Well, guys, we're going to have to cancel the stream because of missed. But anyways, we're going to get into the match really fast. I just had to confirm with the teams that they understood the rules and understood how everything is going to go. As a few of them, they are first timers. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out between these two teams, as obviously not a situation these players always find themselves in with these kind of matchups, but it still should be a really good one between these two teams, as we will get into it very shortly. But yeah, we will get into this one shortly. Definitely going to be an interesting one here, as Woke Tempo will be playing from Ping, as he is European, and Zas, obviously the highest ranked player and going into Champions League Season 3 right now. And it's definitely going to be an interesting one. Welcome in, Luke Jeffers. Welcome to Champions League. Hopefully you're having a great night. We are waiting for the free agents to join up into this one. None of them have joined up. I might have typed something wrong. They're not saying anything. Woke Tempo the goat. You're here for Woke Tempo. And we're gonna hopefully see him go off here. And this will be an interesting one. Because Zas is really high ranked, obviously. They need to contest him. They cannot let him get space on the ball with boost. Hold on.
All right, Joy. A bit.
Yeah, he's already
Are you guys good to join the lobby?
Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Okay, now you're loading in. No one's here. I'm like, did I put the information wrong? I think they're finishing a ranked game. Can't like all of them, so you like none of them. And well, this will be an interesting one. We've seen Nyx, Funky, Zas, and Baza around here a lot recently. Frostivia has popped in for a free agent showdown before, but is still a newish experience for him. Woke Tempo, first time competing. Going to be interesting to see as we wait for the free agents to join up in this one. Hold on. Yeah, if any of you guys do play yourself and you want to get involved in Champions League, we would love to have you guys. No. They're going crazy about the 6-7 salary. But we would love to have you guys here at Champions League. Here is the Discord. We welcome all players, and the ranks are Platinum to Grand Champ 3. But we need players for Season 3. And a little bit of insight for the new people around here. Next season, you can get to play for professional esports organizations. They better not have gone into another ranked match. Okay, they're getting in now. I will take 1 second to grab water. We will wait for the players to join up. BRB. Players are in the lobby. We just need to do a ping check. But as we wait to get confirmation. Who joined the match? As a friend of Frostivia's. But ladies and gentlemen, as we get into this one, this will be an interesting free agent showdown. Can Zas keep up his streak, or can Frostivia start to make a name for himself for next season? As we have Baza and Funky going at it, and obviously Nyx and Woke Tempo, the third men, trying to help bring it home and pull the team together. This will be an interesting one, as Funky gonna take Zas off the pitch, and that's the man you want off the pitch, as Nyx goes for the air dribble through the air. Not gonna get a great follow-up on it, but this one will be thrown high. Zas, of course, is gonna be there, but Frostivia is there, and he will score it. Frostivia is a streamer here at Champions League. Please feel free to go follow him. His Twitch is just Frostivia, same as his username. As Baza looks to try to score here, not going to get it, but Funky and an awkward ball in front, and this one bouncing off the post, and it'll somehow be kept out. And that one was a lot of danger for Free Agent 1, or Free Agent 2, excuse me, but they are able to survive. Always really interesting to see these free agent showdowns happen as these players are coming together for the first time. You don't have a lot of experience with them, except for Zaz, who's played in a few free agent showdowns in the same lobby as Baza. But these players are coming together with relatively no background together and obviously are of different ranks. So it's always interesting to see how they try to bring it together, as Zas will bring this one together and just score the open goal as he got it over Funky, and we have a tied game. I need to get Nightbot set up. As we get back into this one off of the kickoff, Zas gonna go high with it, and that's not who you want on the ball. Nick's trying to shut him down, but he's not gonna be able to get the double tap online. But with Zas and what we've seen from him over the past few weeks in the free agent showdowns, it feels like he can do anything. He is such a good player and such a dangerous player when he's on the ball. But as Nix sends this downfield, and Zas will take over on an air dribble into a reset, trying to get it all the way through. But with the help of Frost's bumps, it will confirm not good towards their net, as this one is only going towards the free agent 1 net, and that one will just get through. Little bit of a miscommunication there, and Baza just a little late to jump for it. And Frost, Evia, and Co. will have a 1-goal lead here in this one. Also, obviously, Luke, welcome in. Welcome to Champions League. Are you a friend of Woke Tempo's? I assume you are, but do you play this game as well? Because who knows? If you play this game, there is a chance in the future you could get paired with him on your team. These free agent showdowns do happen weekly and are for the fun and benefactor of these players, as Frostivia looks to take it to the skies, looking for the air dribble over, but Zach's going to be able to shut it down, as Nick's going to turn on a dime here to keep this one away, and Funky will beat him to the ball here, but Zas right back on it with the pass down to Baza, and Nick's just not able to really bump Baza off of it, as Funky will be called in to make a save, and he will. And Funky, a well-known player around Champions League, was team captain of the Rebellion squad, played for Tier 1 earlier in the season, as we see a little bit of get down, Mr. President, as Tempo took out Funky, and it almost found its way in off of it, but it doesn't come to fruition. Frostivia trying to get this out of the sky, but Baza rips a quick shot, and Nick's having to dive back to get there. You carry Tempo and Casual. Hey, we always need players in this league. If you're interested, look at the Discord at the pinned link, which is the Discord. We would love to have new people here, as we need people for Season 3. Ranks Platinum 2, Grand Champ 3 are accepted, and most will, if not all, will get chances to play next season, as right now anyone who signs up is guaranteed a roster spot based on the sign-up number, as these players are all signed up and they're looking to prove themselves to any captains that are watching that they deserve to be on rosters, as Zas is definitely one that people will have to keep their eye on. The kind of downside to taking a player like Zas is you will have a weaker third man, but for some people, that risk is worth it, as this one gonna be risky, as Funky takes a shot and he'll get rewarded for it. Didn't look like one you get much on, but it is. And now with a 3-1 lead, Free Agent 2 sitting comfortably here. You are EU. So we have plenty of EU players in Champions League. We have an Austrian who was playing on 200 ping that went 3-0 as an emergency substitute. And speaking of emergencies, Baza, his team is in an emergency, and he will score here to put this within 1 with 12 seconds left. Emergency substitutes come in last second when players are not available. So the fact that he was in an unfamiliar environment and 3 times and went 3-0 just goes to show that the EU boys can play. And there are some high-ranking guys who are high priority for next season. And speaking of high priority, Free Agent 2, their priority is just going to be trying to get this one down. But Baza going to keep it up. Awkward catch, and it's down. And Free Agent 2 have game 1. Luke, we have plenty of EU players, as I said. We have some that played on rosters this year. I know that there is a high-ranking European player who a lot of people are looking at for the draft. And so there is a lot of EU players who will be drafted. Plenty of chances to play. All-Star game will be happening after the championship. So there's been a bit of a mix in things with it, as some guys were suspended or banned, but we will still be having that after the championship. It'll be one of our first off-season events, and so make sure to keep an eye out for that, everyone, as we get into the next match. It was close, but Free Agent 2 are just playing like the better team. And obviously for Free Agent 1, it is the Zas show. As Free Agent 2 have the 1-goal lead. Only 3 games away, but the thing is, that's still a close game, so can't take your foot off the gas yet, as Awoke Tempo not going to take his foot off the gas as he sends this one far downfield. Nick's looking for a redirect, not going to be able to find it. But, Luke, we would encourage all players to join and would love to have you. The other thing is, even if you don't make a team, we have these free agent showdowns. They will officially be returning for Season 3, where 6 free agents battle it out in a best of 5 or a best of 7. That one's up to them. And look to prove themselves to captains that they deserve a roster spot in the current season or next season. As these guys, the Season 2 championship is going on. They can't make a roster this season, but they're looking to put their names on some draft boards for next season, as multiple players have definitely done so, like Funky, who gets a great save from that one. And Funky passes it middle to Frostivia, who tries to get a clear out, but Nick's going to have to make this clear, and a good clear downfield. Baza turning on a dime to get a hold of this one, and Nick's just going to opt to pass it back to Funky. No need to rush anything yet, unless this happens, but Zas misses. That's an uncharacteristic mistake out of him, but the game will remain at 0-0 until the interferences ran on the back line, and Frostivia will put it home. This is what a player like Funky offers. Even when he's not on the ball, he has off-the-ball pressure, as that is a great bump from him to clear the defender and put them up by 1. Now Nyx, awkward ball for Nyx, and he just wasn't able to get around it. Unfortunate there. And it's a tie game right after the lead was taken by Free Agent 2. But yes, Luke, we're so glad you're here. I love seeing people support the homies. And yeah, in the future for Champions League, when we get enough players, we'd love to open a EU NA division. Now, right now, all games are played on NA. But yeah, I know of multiple EU players who will be almost for sure drafted next season. And so, hey, you can get involved. We also have a great community that is very active on Discord. You can find people to play games with. Maybe someone will coach you up a bit or two on some things. Like right now, I'm working as Woke Tempo's coach for his gameplay, and we've made some strides so far. We have a very nice community. We always love having new community members, as that is a great pass by Frostivia. The shot barely off target. And Baza will get the clear, will buy his team some time, but a little bit of a double commit, and Nyx backwards, trying to get it to the middle, not going to be able to until Funky goes for the follow-up. Tempo, what a save to keep this one tied! And Zas running interference on Frostivia, who still manages to find his way through, but Tempo with another good save, and keeping the game tied for Free Agent 1 is the Diamond 2. This is exactly why anyone of any rank still has a chance to play in Champions League. It doesn't matter what rank you are, you can have an impact. As you saw the impact from the Diamond 2 on the pitch there. The next lowest rank in this lobby? Champ 1. Nyx is Champ 1. That's the difference. And yet, you saw the power and the impact. As Frostivia will get it clear, but it's only as far as Zaz. There goes that man, but Frostivia says none of that's going to start up here, as it hasn't yet, and it won't for now. Until this one going to be cleared away to the sidewall, but Nick's going to try to get around onto it and looks to clear it downfield. And a nice pass, but a little bit of chaos means Frostivia couldn't get the shot on target. And some nice wall dashes from Baza will get a good look there on the ball, but it's going to be blocked away. Zaz high through the sky. Mama, there goes that man, but Funky stands taller. Now, Frostivia, one versus the Diamond, and Frostivia comes out on top. Awkward position there. Left in the 1v1, and Woke Tempo did his best, but sometimes your best is not enough. And Free Agent 2 are 1 minute away from a two game lead, excuse me, in this series. Now, you cannot panic if you're Free Agent 1. You've still got plenty of time. You just need to take a deep breath and calm down. And you must make sure that every possession you get is worth it. With 35 seconds left, you are not going to get a lot more offensive opportunities than this may be the last, as Zaz passing it to the middle, looking for the dunk onto Funky, but it's not going to come to fruition as Woke Tempo has to get this 50, and he does. Keeps the ball in the orange half. Nyx backpacks to Funky. It's good. Bang down long, and 15 seconds remain for Free Agent 1, and this one is just going in, and Free Agent 2 look to take Game 2. An unfortunate 50 off of Baza. Woke Tempo wasn't ready. And Free Agent 2 have another 3-1 scoreline to uphold. They gave one up late last time, but they're not going to let it happen this time with that clear, as the time dwindles, and it looks like Free Agent 1 will have to fight back from a 2-0 deficit. For the side of Free Agent 2, things are looking good. Even though Nyx only had 54 points in that match, his presence was still felt. And that's the thing, is you don't have to get a lot of points to have your presence felt. Your team doesn't need you to go Super Saiyan to do well. All you need is to be a good teammate. And you could see in that match, Nyx was rotating well and allowed Frostivia and Funky to go to work. And speaking of going to work, Frostivia, a hat trick to his name. We will get here into Game 3 between these two teams. For the side of Free Agent 1, this may be it. Best map in the game, I agree. But for the side of Free Agent 1, a reverse sweep is a tall task to ask, and you do not want to have to reverse sweep against a team like this. As in this one will be cleared. A little bit of ping pong being played by Free Agent 2, as Funky looks to air dribble it through the sky and doesn't get quite a good touch that he can follow up on. But this one, a little bit of a breakaway opportunity, but Baza just puts that one a little far away from him. As now, Woke Tempo hits it across. Zas going to be able to corral it as he goes to the sky. Has a reset. No, he doesn't. He opts to pop it over. This one's popping up high, but Woke Tempo couldn't get there past Funky. He was coming from an awkward side angle. And another opportunity gone by the wayside for Free Agent 1. It's definitely been a rough game, or a rough series, excuse me, for the offense. Zas has had no space to do what he does best, as normally he is going ballistic on everyone. But you can see that it's not coming into play as much. But Zas will shoot this down. Funky awkward positioning, gonna be able to clear it out as Zas looks to take a hold of this one, and you can see the moves as he gets it over to the sidewall. Woke Tempo trying to follow it up. We'll get a good pass to the middle. Is anyone there? It's the defense. Follow up. Zas score. And Free Agent 1, for the first time in this series, have a lead. No boost, no hope. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what they say. Hand down, man down. Free Agent 1 know it all too well, and they will take the lead off of it. Now, you got to hold the lead. 3 minutes to go. Plenty of time. No need to rush anything yet. If you're a Free Agent 2. But you do have to rush when this man's on the ball. Zas finally gets the mechanics online, and that's what we know and love from this man. A beautiful double down and a 2-goal lead for Free Agent 1. You cannot let Zas heat up. And this one, a bit of a mistouch. Funky going to be able to find the clear, and Frostivia is far downfield. He will get a little bit of a pass to the middle as Funky throws it back to the middle for Nixon. It's going to be off of Funky and is just bouncing to the middle. It's this chaos in front of the net, and Woke Tempo is going to be bumped around as he watches the ball ping pong around. And Frostivia now looking to go through the skies as he gets it over Tempo, and Baza barely gets there for the stop, and Frostivia will want to try again, but not able to really get around this as Nix, a good little back pass to Funky. And the keeping possession within the team. Rocket Rivals, thank you so much for the raid of 5. Raiders, welcome in. We've got a free agent showdown here today. 6 free agents, best of 7, looking to prove themselves for next season. We've got an interesting lineup between a GC3, a C2, and a D2 versus a GC1, a C1, or C2, excuse me, and a C1. Welcome in, Rocket Rivals. How is your stream, guys? What were you streaming? We appreciate the raid. One of these days, I'll be able to get you guys back with it. As Zaz looks to clear this one down, he will get denied by Funky. And Baza just sending it far across, but Frostivia wants to find Nix. Not able to, but this one bouncing dangerously towards their net. Funky gets a stop on it for now. Zaz going by in the air. There goes Baza, and now Nix trying to dribble it through, and it's a free ball to Frostivia. That's not the person you want to be giving it over to, but it will be shut down. Rocket Rivals again, thank you so much for the raid. Guys, if you're not following Rocket Rivals, you definitely should. They're an awesome 3v3 league. And speaking of awesome, Woke Tempo is going to show the Meteor Strike as he finds this one netward, and the Diamond 2 has a goal. Let me give you guys that shout out real quick. A great goal by the Diamond 2. Woke Tempo starting to come alive for his team in this series. as he is playing from that EU ping, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have an impact. Nyx also trying to make an impact. Shut down by Zas. And with a minute left, this one not looking to go the way of Free Agent 2 as Zas has his third and a hat trick. And Free Agent 1 have struck in when the time is right. Rocky Rivals, thank you again. Hope you guys are all doing well over there. Frostivia trying to get his team well into this game, but feels like it's a little too late as a 4-goal deficit. Not really something that Zas and co are going to let you get back, and they will have to look towards next game. Now, we've seen plenty of free agent showdowns go this way. 2-0, 2-1, 4-1. Gotta make sure that for Free Agent 1, they keep the momentum going. We've seen a lot of teams feel like they put all their money on one game. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the best of 7. You gotta win 4. As we wait for it to touch the ground, we will go on to the next game. And these players must figure this out. We'll send this to the next map, to the Futurama Garden. And ladies and gentlemen, do you think this is it? Do you think Free Agent 1 have wind in their sails, or do you think Free Agent 2 are going to be able to shut it down? Cheer on your team. And Mist, I'll give you a little bit of advice. The wall dashes look pretty, but you rarely get to use them in those games. I won't lie to you. As we get into this one, Game 4. Ladies and gentlemen, will we have a tied series, or do we have the 3-1 and a gentleman's sweep on the line? Gotta wait and find out. Zas doesn't want to go down 3-1. He's been here before on both the good and the bad end of it. Does not want it to happen again, but Woke Tempo has to go fast on this ball, and he will. He will beat out Funky, and this keeps the offense going as he picks up a demo as well. But this ball thrown across and gonna be 50 to cross, and Nyx almost put it into the offensive man for Free Agent 1, but Frostivia with a great bump onto Tempo will keep this at a tied game. Feels like a squandered opportunity, but that's just a great play by Frostivia to make sure to bump the shooter. He knew he wasn't beating him to the ball, so he made it awkward for him. Speaking of making it awkward for him, Frostivia flying through the skies will put the defense on ice as he scores this one. One goal lead for Free Agent 2. Woke Tempo trying to throw it to the middle, and it just works out. An unfortunate miss by the defense, and Zas has tied this game up. A little bit of a miscalculation defensively on where that ball was landing, and now Free Agent 1 have a tie game yet again, and Funky trying to look to break the deadlock, and he has suddenly found himself right back in a little bit unexpected, but Frostivia showing off the moves a little bit, is going to get the dunk over Baza, is not going to get the boost though, as Tempo has been soaking it up, making sure to keep the boost totals low for Free Agent 2. And now Zas looks to go through, looks for the musty, not going to find it, but he lands with it, trying to pitch it to the middle, follow-up, no good, as Baza couldn't get around to it, and we stay tied. Till this one might actually be going through. It bounces off the post, and Nix is there for the follow-up. A great demo on the backside took Baza off, and Tempo couldn't read the bounce. Free Agent 2 have the lead yet again. Ladies and gentlemen, Free Agent 1 have 3 minutes to tie this one back up. They've tied it relatively quickly before, but they're not going to look to get that luxury again. Make sure to cheer your team on in the chat. Free Agent 1 have to fight back, as Nix will send this downfield. Zas trying to run interference, and he will block it away. But Woke Tempo gets a good little pinch play out. Captains can just draft people if they want, although it is heavily advised against, just in case. Because if a player doesn't want to suit up for a team, a player doesn't have to suit up for a team until this one going to be blocked away. And Funky, you saw the nice save with the squishy as Frostivia gets another nice save. But now Frostivia, he's been all over the pitch for his team, but he's getting bumped for it. And now he has to make the save, and he accidentally puts it in. And it's a tie game. Did you just call me C1? Welcome in, Jose. Hopefully you're doing well. As Baza gets the 50 on the kickoff and will win it. And Frostivia looks to throw it high through the air. Also, guys, how's the mic volume sounding? Okay, just want to make sure it's not too loud, too quiet. I've been toiling with it. But now Nix gonna try to send this one net. We're not gonna be able to, as Woke Tempo shuts that down. But Frostivia will beat the defense to the ball until Zas finally gets the clear. But who's first to it? It's Frostivia, who's gonna be taken off the pitch for his efforts. And ladies and gentlemen, there's under a minute to go. Both of these teams have been in a deadlock for most of the game. Both looking to bring it back, and Zas had to make that save, and he did. Free Agent 1 runs through that man, and this Free Agent 2 team will run through Nix in this game as he just lofts it over the defense, over 2, and Tempo ran out of boost. Free Agent 1 have 45 seconds left to go. Tempo trying to get a pass to the middle. Zas gonna take over. Zas has a free ball, has some space, but not a good positioning. Reset, double down, good! And Zas has tied it! From what looks like he didn't have an angle to a nice reset double. Oh my! Tie game! At all threes across the board. 33 seconds left to go before we have overtime between these two free agent teams. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to a free agent showdown. 6 free agents go at it in a best of 5 or a best of 7, trying to improve their draft stocks for the draft in March in Season 3, as they look to prove to captains why they belong on a roster. And this one, awkward touch, Zas, breakaway, no, Frostivia gets back there. And with a save that keeps the game tied, but he flips it to the middle. Zas, high up, double, no. Overtime is on the cards. DJ Isaac 7, how is your stream, homie? Welcome in. If you're looking to want to play in one of these, Season 3 signups are open in the Discord. Through the Discord link, you can join and you can get signed up. Ranks Platinum to Grand Champ 3 are accepted, as this one has a Diamond 2 and a Grand Champ 3 going at it. And now Frostivia looks to get this one out, but Zas has the double to the middle field, but Nyx is going to be able to clear it out. Frostivia, bit of space, trying to get it, but not going to be able to. But Funky flips it back to the middle, but Bowser's going to be there for the coverage. Funky's looking to look to take over, and now everyone's on low boost except for Zas. He has to get it out of here, and he will. But thank you so much again for the raid. DJ Isaac, how is your stream, homie? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can post the Discord link for me, that would be great. As now, Zas looking for the double. Frostivia has to stop it, and he's not able to. And we have a tied series at 2-2. Tied series. Mist, I know you're not talking. Ladies and gentlemen, we may go all the way to 7 at this rate. Free Agent 1 have tied this series up after what was looking like it was going to be a struggle. Now for Free Agent 2. They got to figure this out. It was a much better game, but you can see Zas, they're starting to let him heat up, and this is not what you want. That's the one man you could not let get going, and you have. Got to be careful now, as he does not slow down. Zas is a man amongst the boys. He is a machine. He is everything you'd want in a player, and he's looking to lead his team all the way through as Frostivia gets the clear here. And Zas, speaking of the devil, gonna be the one on the ball now, but Funky looking to challenge this one. Funky looking to go for the Doomsy Dish, but it's not gonna be served up on the platter tonight as he accidentally dropped the plate in the kitchen. Frostivia looks to get a double mid. Woke Tempo, a good clear out. Double commit. And Woke Tempo has a ball ahead of him, trying to break it through, but he had an awkward positioning and unfortunately wasn't able to. But he's just going to steal away the boost and try to get back, and Zas has to pull a 180 on this one to get this one out of here, as Funky looks to take over in the midfield, but it's going to be blocked away by Woke Tempo. That one almost found its way through, but Frostivia looks to go up, has a full tank of boost, a bit high above the ball, flips it to the middle, not going to be able to follow it up, as Zas is going to look for the underneath, and Woke Tempo fakes out Nyx, and Zas will score. Bit of a whifty-whifty, but look at Woke Tempo go, faking out the defense, flipping away at the last second, and a great team play has Free Agent 1 ahead. Now, a bit of a free ball. Frost gonna look to throw it high. Zas will be there for the shutdown. And a great pass from Nyx. Not gonna come to fruition, unfortunately, but Nyx gonna throw it back towards the net. Baza gonna be there for the coverage. This one shot on Nyx from Nyx. And now Zas gets around to it. And Funky will find this one in the midfield, but Baza clears it away from him. Nyx trying to look to take to the skies. Woke Tempo gonna shut it down. And it seems like for Woke Tempo, the ping has not been an issue. And for any EU player, you should understand that the ping does not tend to be an issue for these EU players when they play. And they have had great success in Champions League, as Frostivia looking to start his great success, but not able to really corral that. And here's a player that was considered about being picked up for some rosters, never ended up being picked up, and Zas gonna pick up the second of the game for free agent 1. A great shot by Woke Tempo forces the defense into an awkward spot. Wanderlosty, welcome in. Welcome to the Free Agent Showdowns. We're Champions League, a mixed rank 3v3 league, Platinum to Grand Champ 3. As we have a free agent showdown here today. 6 free agents playing a best of 5 or a best of 7. And they look to prove themselves for next season, as we're in our Season 2 championship. But these players looking to prove that they belong on rosters for next season, as we have one of the highest rank differentials between 2 players on this pitch that we've had in free agent showdowns, a Grand Champ 3 and a Diamond 2, and currently the Grand Champ 3 has his team ahead by 2 and looking to go up. But if you are interested in Champions League, we do need players for Season 3, as Funky looks to put this one within 1, and he will, after picking up a demo onto Zas, and he clears the way and makes sure that it's going in. That is the Discord link. We do need players for Season 3. There is a sign-up form in sign-up info. You can play whether you're NA or EU, as Woke Tempo is playing as the Diamond 2 from EU, and Zas, the GC3, leading the team, and in tow, a Champ 2 per team, excuse me. But the difference is between the Champ 1 for Free Agent 1, or Free Agent 2, excuse me, and Funky almost finds its way through, but unfortunately doesn't come to fruition, as this one gonna bounce down. Zas, that's the man you don't want on it, puts it high, Woke Tempo running interference, and Zas has another goal! And look at the teamwork! Woke Tempo taking out Frostivia, and no one stopping Zas! Free Agent 1 look to go for 3 in a row here in this series, as Free Agent 2 do not seem to have a response. Zas going underneath, not gonna work, but Nyx will throw it downfield, and there is a minute left for Free Agent 2. Free Agent 2, 2 versus 1, Zas is just better, and it feels like no matter what they do, they can't get it to work. Free Agent 2 have seemed to run out of gas in this series, and Free Agent 1 hold all the cards. Wanderlosty, feel free to join the Discord and get signed up. As I said, the Season 3 draft will be in March, and Baza has his first in a couple of games, and that will be the nail in the coffin for Game 5. So over the next few weeks, while we have our Season 2 championship, we will have free agent showdowns. We have off-season tournaments planned, and you can get to play under the banner of esports organizations next season, as we have 8 entering the league, and you can get to play under their name. And now Nyx tries to get a pass to Funky, but Zas, he's been all over the pitch, and there he is again, calling his own number, as the time will dwindle down, and Free Agent 2 are staring down the barrel of a double match point for Free Agent 1. I wish we had Rule 1, man. We do have some smaller RLCS organizations, though. We have an org with a 1 in it. It's close enough. We do have multiple Rocket League organizations, and we're excited for the next season. So the draft will be final week of March. Only requirement is 100 games in the current season or 200 over the past 2 seasons. Once you get signed up, you get the Season 3 free agent role, and you can immediately start participating in the weekly free agent showdowns. And tomorrow at 11 p.m., we will have our upper bracket final occur. As a real quick look at that, it is the 5 seed versus the 7 seed going at it for the second life in the grand finals. Definitely don't want to miss that match. It's going to be a barn burner of a series. You just got accepted into your dream university. Let's go, dude. Guys, W is in the chat for Wonder. Let's go, dude. That is awesome. We love to hear that. I play for my college as well. It's such a fun experience. Now, I will say it is a mixed rank league with a salary cap. So you won't have like an all GC team, but that's kind of the fun part of it, is learning to adapt to situations, as these players definitely need to adapt to a weird rank split. But both of these teams would be legitimate Champions League teams next season, is the funny thing. But Wonder, we'd love to have you in the league. There's also plenty of people you can play with. People are in VCs on the daily running games, so you can always find people to play with. And Free Agent 2 might have overplayed their hand as they went in a little too deep, but they won't get burned for now. Oh, no. No, Wander, not you too. Well, immediate bans for Wander. No 6-7s. The overall rating of both of these teams are 6-6-7 for the overall team rating. But yeah, we would love to have new players in the league. That would be an absolute honor to have you in it, as now Free Agent 2 looking to clear this one out. And now Funky gonna look to pass it to the middle, looking for a teammate, but no one's gonna be in the area. As Nick's a bit of a miscommunication between him and Frostivia on who's going for the ball. And this one bouncing to the middle. Funky has to clear this out, and he will. Frostivia looking to run it downfield, but it's going to be shut down by Zas. It is Game 6 on Neo Tokyo. Champions Field waiting in the wings if Free Agent 2 can get there. We've only had one free agent showdown go to Champions Field. The one time it wasn't streamed. As Frostivia looking to run interference. Not going to be able to, as Nix gets a pass out to Funky. Funky takes to the skies. Got Tempo to beat, but the diamond to shut him down. And Tempo continues to show his worth to his team. We remain tied at 0, and what was a beautiful opportunity gone by the wayside. And that one almost went in for Free Agent 1, but no dice. As now, Free Agent 2 starting to scramble in front of their net. Funky has to get a clear out, and he will, but it's put right back in. As Tempo hits the ball downfield. And Zas gonna look to take over. A little bit of a miscommunication, between the two players. But Frostivia will throw that one down. And now Nix trying to dribble it through the defense, gonna be shut down. So Luke, the numbers are these players' rating. There is a salary cap to the league, which is 700. And so it creates for some interesting team building as you decide what ratings you want to put together. As Zas looking for the double, not going to be able to find it. And that would have been a way to close out a series if that one was how it ended. But we play on. A minute and a half to go. Zas, freebie, Funky gets it out, and now follow-up. Nick's blocked away. The ball's rolling. It's free. Zas is first to it before Funky can get there. Free Agent 2, they fought so hard, but they still cannot get to the blue side of the field until Frostivia has this opportunity, but it's shut down immediately by Zas. Now, Funky clears it long. Frostivia looks to dribble this one towards the net. Gonna be shut down by none other than Zas. This one thrown long. Funky has to clear, and he does. 40 seconds left before we have overtime or before we have a decision. Funky looking to dribble it through. Nix gets a touch on it. Bit of an awkward one. This one thrown through. Zas 1 versus 1, and he wins it like he does every time. Sidewall redirect. Frostivia awkward positioning, but Baza going to be shut down by Funky. 19 seconds left to go. These teams are starting to swarm each other's nets as Funky will get a free ball here, but he misses. Nix has to save it off the crossbar. Baza, no. Tempo, no. Funky blocked it, and we will go to overtime. What a save by Funky, and somehow we have overtime. Funky looking to prove his worth in gold as he couldn't get that one downfield, but Frostivia will, and this has been the most dead even the teams have been since we started the series off. And this one gonna be cleared out by Tempo. Nix will take over in the corner. Awkward ball. Gotta make sure you don't double commit, but Baza double tap, and it's over! What a shot by Baza! He's been quiet the past few games, but he steps up when it matters most. What a series. Free agent 1 will take it. An absolutely cinematic finish. Zas keeps his streak indeed. A great job by all players. And my God, what a series that was. We have everyone in the weight room, VC. First, we're going to pull in the side of Free Agent 2. Free Agent 2, welcome in. Obviously, series didn't go the way you guys wanted it to, but did you guys have fun?
It was a blast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We started off pretty strong.
Yeah.
Love to hear it.
And then
now,
Zas kept turning up.
Zas is Zas. So I gotta ask, what do you guys think kind of happened between games 2 and game 3? Obviously, that's when they started to turn the tides of the momentum. What kind of happened there?
I think they started playing more aggressive, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think much changed with our gameplay, but they did start to turn it up on us, and we just weren't ready for it, I feel like.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, you guys are coming from different backgrounds, different ranks. How were you guys able to make sure that you guys could mesh well in this series?
We really just tried to explain what our play styles were to each other, and I'm really fine with being more of a defensive stand type of guy. And so if they want to go for the ball, I'll just go ahead and let them. So I guess we played a few games together and really got a feel for like what each of us would do, and just kind of, yeah, I do know Frost is more aggressive, so I was like, hey, I'm going to try and compensate for that on the defensive end while he's trying to go make a play.
Shout out Funky's defense. He was always there to defend the ball very well.
Fair enough, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Hope to see you guys back next week, and hopefully you guys can win next week. Make sure to take care and have a great night.
You too,
All right,
man. Thank
you
you.
as well.
See you, Shadow.
Guys, that was Free Agent 1, a great performance from, or Free Agent 2, excuse me, a great performance from them. Obviously, series didn't go the way they wanted, but as we bring in Free Agent 1, the team whose series did go the way they wanted, guys, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Love to hear it.
Pretty good
Now,
games.
obviously, it was kind of a slow start. You guys went down 2-0. How were you guys able to bring that one back after what was a rough start?
You know,
I guess just warmed up.
Well, we just like let Zaz do his thing, really.
Yeah,
Let's carry us.
basically. Yeah.
Someone got going, that's for sure.
took me a
Zas,
minute.
we-
Took me a minute.
Zas, week after week, you deliver these amazing performances. How do you make sure to really get your mechanics going and deliver time after time for your teams?
Honestly, I haven't even been getting going because all these shoulders that I participated, I barely get home and not even warm up. Literally just playing just gets me warmed up after game after game, so it's always a slow start for me.
Fair enough. Now, obviously, you guys come from different backgrounds, different rank levels, all that. Especially Tempo, Diamond 2, playing for me, you Ping had to adjust. How did you guys make sure you could really mesh well together?
I think we just kept. I think that's we just. I don't know because we were kind of calming, but it wasn't like crazy. But we would tell each other where we were going on kickoff, so we can kind of just tell where people were going to be at, and then I was just trying to pass to Zos the whole time, and then I tried to not leave Tempo back like on his own as much. Like I tried to. Obviously, there were times where I did, and even if I did get back, I just missed. But I think that's kind of how we do it. But I feel like playing around the best player on the team is usually the best thing to do, especially one that's as mechanical as him, because you can kind of not guarantee, but you can kind of closely guarantee that the shots he's going to take are going to most likely go in. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of got warmed up because I woke up and I was like, oh shit, there's like 5 minutes still.
No
You gotta
cursing
do
on
this. No,
broadcast, Baza.
My bad.
Second
It's
warning.
a habit, right?
Interview
It's a
ban
second
incoming.
one.
Don't
And
test
yeah,
me.
so-
We've had some interview bans this season.
Alrighty. I hopped on my PC. I saw that he was just in a chat, and I was like talking. I was like, "Yo, I just woke up." He's like, "Yeah, I just got home." I'm like, "All right, this is gonna go great." So
Fair enough. Tempo and Zas. I mean, Zas, obviously you come here week after week adjusting. This is the lowest ranked teammate you've had. What was it like trying to make sure Tempo was like involved and comfortable in the rotations and everything?
Honestly, I just try to give him his space. You know, him being a lower rank, I know they're not used to playing at higher speed, so I'll just let him do his thing. You know, defending. Try not to leave both of them back as much, because then usually with like sometimes involves a goal. So I try to just like after we lost like 2 games, we try to play more aggressive, and after that it just seemed to work out. You know, they're doing the whole thing. He was able to score a few goals. The lowest rank in the lobby, scoring on some higher ranks.
Love
I
to
was
see
like, I try
it.
to hype him up.
Clip it, chat.
Yes, sir. Clip it.
Tempo, obviously, what about for you? I mean, you had mentioned you had mentioned to me previously you were nervous. First time in a competitive environment. How did you pull it all together?
I mean, I just kind of trusted in my teammates, really. I mean, I always kind of get nervous for everything. I always say, if you're not nervous, you're not alive. You know, I always feel like you got to get nervous for stuff, especially when it's your debut and stuff. So, you know, and I just sort of trusted in my teammates. I always tried to like support them and stay as like a third if they were both up and whatnot. So I just tried to do what I could where I could.
Fair enough, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here on the desk. Congratulations on your win. Hope you guys take care and have a great night.
Yes, sir. You
Thank
too.
you.
Cheers.
Good one.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Guys, that was Free Agent 1. Now, we're going to be rating out. We're going to be spreading the name of Champions League. Please make sure to stick around for the raid. We'd really appreciate it. It helps get Champions League out there. And we're going to also give back to the Rocket League community. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here tonight. Make sure to... Frost just raided into us. Frost, we're ending. Frost, thank you so much for the raid. Of course you do something like that. Frost, I hope you had fun. I'll start DMing you on Discord when signups are open. Raiders, welcome in. We're Champions League, a mixed rank 3v3 league. Our Season 3 signups are open. We do need players. Make sure to join the Discord and fill out the form in sign-up info. All you need is 100 games in the last season or 200 over the last 2 seasons by the end of March, and you can get to play like you saw Frost did tonight. As next season, there will be 16 teams. You can play for esports organizations. We've got some RLCS ones joining on. Not the big ones, not the biggest of ones, unfortunately, but we would love to have you guys in Champions League. That is the Discord link. And obviously, thank you so much for the raid, Frost. Thank you so much for playing. We would love to have new faces in Champions League. We have weekly free agent showdowns, off-season tournaments coming up, and the draft is at the end of March. We accept ranks Platinum, 2 Grand Champion 3, but we also have people every day who are looking for people to play with. You can get to play with people every day, interact with the community. We would love to have you guys in the server, so make sure to join. But we're going to be rating out. We like to give back to the Rocket League community. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here at Champions League today. And we love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Again, join the Discord if you haven't already. Please stick around for the raid. Helps spread Champions League name. The name of Champions League helps us get new players. Love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure to take care and have a great night. And again, join the Discord. Sign up. Guys, there's no harm. We need players. We'd love to have you guys. Take care. Have a great night.